In this company, we actually uplift businesses through our customized marketing consultancy services, as well as to uplift individuals and their employees through customized learning development programs. And along the way, we transited. And I created an omni-channel media platform from scratch in 2017 called HER Entrepreneur. So today, I'm just going to share with you about how you can embrace transitions and drive purposeful change in your business. So I'm going to start off by sharing with you my life story, if you don't mind. So as a typical girl, I started off loving science. So I started my career doing stem cell research then. So I thought killing mice and experimenting with them with various types of drugs could lead me to save lives. And unfortunately, after some time in the industry, I realized that wasn't the case. Because after continuous and repeated experiments, we're not even close to clinical phase 1. So I thought, my dreams are dashed. Do I want to continue to do this? So you can imagine, facing lots of chemicals, machineries every day, doing the same thing, day in and out. What do I want to achieve? So I pursued in my education in psychology and marketing after. And upon graduation, I went into the B2B media industry, and we interacted with various industry leaders, investors, government, associations from various industries across Asia Pacific. I traveled a lot of experience, but it was taxing, stressful because we had to stay late for US hours. That was life. It was my career. And I thought to myself, is this something that I want to do for the rest of my life? And as life happened, I thought of getting married. And do I still want to continue with this line of work? And so I decided that perhaps I should make that transition. And I decided perhaps to try something else. And I started to have opportunities to start mentoring and consulted with, I provided consulting services for startup companies to help them commercialize their products and services, because these were usually run by engineers and scientists. And along the way, I also provided my services in terms of training and development for corporates and institutions. And so I'd like to share my life story with 3 key components in my life. And first is entrepreneurship, leadership, and relationship. So first of all, entrepreneurship. In this picture, this is my mom actually. This was taken in the 80s. Now my mom had little education, and she had no experience in business. She was just a housewife. And she decided to start a business because she wanted to supplement the family's income so that her 3 children could have better education. She had no experience, no education, and she had to run the business from scratch. Managing inventory, finances, manpower, and at that time there was no logistics provider. So you can imagine she had to personally deliver these goods to the clients, and sometimes with me in tow when I was a little girl. So that was my experience, entrepreneurship. And no matter how busy she was, she managed to find time to spend time with the family, to build a good relationship with everyone, the stakeholders in the family. And that leads me to my next point, relationship. So I had my little boy 2 years ago, so he's 2 years old now. And that was also the year I launched HER Entrepreneur. And I realized that whatever decisions I make in business or in my life, it all revolves around family and my little boy. And I realized the importance of family and the people around you, because when you really need some help, perhaps to travel for work or So we each would take turn and lead when circumstances require. So this leads me to my last point, and that's leadership. So I'm going to share with you that through my course of work, what I've experienced. This was me pitching in a tech startup event. So as I was helping these tech startups to help them commercialize, to pitch to investors, this is what I experienced. The panel of judges, the investors, were mainly men. The presenters, the startups, the founders, were also mainly men. And when we went to, meet with prospects, we met the IT teams, and you realize that there are very few female representation. So I was thinking, where did all the women go to? And I was like the only woman most of the time. And so I thought to myself, why? And as part of my business, when I was teaching the Skills Future and Practice courses, one of the most popular one is called Steps to Starting a New Business. I realized that 90% of my attendees were women. So I thought to myself, that's where all the women have gone to my courses. And to my surprise, when I asked them, what was the reason of you coming here to learn? In fact, many of these ladies have gone through transitions in life. They have left their jobs to take care of their children, and they want to go back to the workforce, but it was challenging. And therefore, they thought, entrepreneurship could be the next best option, and therefore they came for the class. So that's great. But to my surprise, after I got in touch with them and asked them, so did you execute? Many of them were afraid to start a business due to lack of confidence and because they thought entrepreneurship is not meant for them. Some of them even said, maybe I'll pass on the notes to my husband or my sons. So that was a surprise to me. I thought, wow, so if there is no continuity in the learning process, they can't apply what they learned in class. And therefore, I'd like to share with you this point. Now, surprisingly, Singapore is ranked number 5 in terms of the most supporting conditions for women to start a business. All right, amongst all these countries. And there are two spectrums of entrepreneurship, opportunity and necessity. Necessity is during my mother's time when there was lack of a lot of resources and she did the business out of need. Whereas opportunity is when there is a presence of different opportunities like education, government support, funding schemes, and whatnot. However, with all these supporting conditions, in Singapore, only 27.5% of the businesses here are owned by women. So why? So we investigated further, and we realized that these are the possible deterrents. But first, it could be the lack of social capital and support, the community around them, the people around them. There are very few entrepreneurs around them. Networking opportunities, business opportunities, information, expertise. Or number 2, women entrepreneurs are not as responsive to government grants and schemes. And also internal barriers, like the lack of confidence and self-esteem. And lastly, persistent cultural and traditional bias against women assuming such roles. So we saw this gap, and I thought I should do something about it. And therefore, I created an omni-channel media platform to inspire, educate, and empower these women entrepreneurs and leaders. But mind you, it's not an all-women-only platform. We usually have a lot of men platforms too. Omni-channel meaning online content, free content, HER show, video where we interview interesting, entrepreneurs as well, where they share tips, strategies, we inspire them with stories. Besides online, we also have Virtual Summit, which is coming up in April, that's online. We also have offline opportunities where everyone around the world, or especially in Asia, can leverage on the platform to form partnerships, to network, to learn from one another. So we have, monthly sessions where we gather everyone together. this is called the HER Learn Come Networking Session, as well as the HER Asia Summit, which happens every year. And we do work with, I don't know whether you find some of them familiar. This is Chatri. He is the founder of One Championship. Last year we had Minister Grace Fu, who graced our session. Wong Lin's an actress, Cheryl Lee, actress, daughter of Genia Group. We worked with founders, C-suites of Soup Spoon, Four Fingers, Scantic, Easy Buy, and many others, men and women alike, meant to share their strategies and their thoughts to aspiring entrepreneurs or those who are trying to grow their business. So we eventually evolved as well as we transited, and we became a social enterprise because all these years we've been giving back. We partnered with different charitable organizations, and part of proceeds were utilized to provide free training programs to marginalized women as well as people from low-income groups. So, although transitions are painful, it's part and parcel of life. Same goes to business. There are a lot of obstacles that I face. There were naysayers who said, why create this platform? It's a waste of time. Focus on your core business. But, to my surprise, HER Entrepreneur also brought me opportunities in other areas of my business. It brought me business too, right? So you would never know. Okay, so I just want to end off with a quote. The stars will never be aligned, just like the traffic lights around the world will never be green at the same time. If you decide that you are passionate about something, you want to do something, go do it before it's too late. So, I just want to end this off, by giving you this quote, and go do it if you want to. And if you would like to connect, you could reach me at, LinkedIn or email. So I've come to the end of today's presentation. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you are being inspired as well. Thank you.